Imagine a place frozen in time. Buildings stand empty, streets deserted, the air is heavy with silence, broken only by the wind whistling through broken windows. This is the allure of abandoned places, locations reclaimed by nature or left to decay, each with a story etched into its crumbling walls. They offer glimpses into the past, whispering tales of lives lived and lost, of triumphs and tragedies. Join me as we journey to some of the world's most enigmatic abandoned places where time stands still and mystery hangs in the air. Our first stop takes us to the Chernobyl exclusion zone, a stark reminder of the devastating power of nuclear energy. Before the disaster, Pripyat was a model Soviet city, a symbol of progress and prosperity. Established in 1970, it was built to house the workers of the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant and their families. The city was meticulously planned, with wide avenues, lush parks, and modern amenities that showcased the Soviet Union's vision of an ideal urban environment. Its wide avenues were lined with apartment blocks, schools, and shops. The architecture reflected the era's optimism with functional yet aesthetically pleasing designs. Schools were equipped with the latest educational tools, and shops were stocked with goods that were often scarce in other parts of the Soviet Union. Children played in its parks, and families gathered in its cafes. The parks were vibrant with laughter and the sound of children playing, while cafes buzzed with conversations and the clinking of glasses. It was a community full of life and promise, where people felt secure and hopeful about the future. But on April 26, 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, located just a few kilometers away, suffered a catastrophic meltdown, spewing radioactive material into the atmosphere. The explosion was so powerful that it blew the roof off the reactor building, releasing a cloud of radioactive particles that spread across Europe. Within hours, Pripyat became a ghost town. The evacuation order came swiftly, but the residents were told it was temporary. They left with only the essentials, expecting to return in a few days. Little did they know they would never come back. Its residents, told they would return in a few days, left behind their belongings, their lives abruptly interrupted. Personal items like photographs, toys, and clothing were abandoned, frozen in time. The sudden evacuation left a haunting snapshot of daily life, forever paused. Today, the city stands as a chilling monument to the human cost of technological disaster. The once bustling streets are now silent, overgrown with vegetation, buildings are crumbling, and nature is slowly reclaiming the space. It serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human achievements in the face of nature's uncontrollable forces. The Ferris wheel, once a symbol of joy, now looms eerily over the deserted fairground. It was supposed to be inaugurated on May Day, just a few days after the disaster. Now it stands as a ghostly relic, its seats swaying in the wind, a silent witness to the tragedy that unfolded. Schools stand empty, desks still cluttered with books and toys, a poignant reminder of the children who never returned. The classrooms, once filled with the sounds of learning and laughter, are now silent. Textbooks lie open, and chalkboards still bear the last lessons written on them. These remnants tell the story of a vibrant community that was abruptly cut off, leaving behind a haunting legacy that continues to resonate through the empty halls of Pripyat. Our journey takes us from the radioactive plains of Ukraine, a land scarred by the remnants of human ambition and disaster, to the scorching Namib Desert in southern Namibia, a place where the sun blazes down on an arid, seemingly endless expanse of sand. Here, half buried in the sand, lies Kolmanskop, a ghost town that tells a tale of fleeting fortune and the relentless power of nature. This once thriving settlement now stands as a haunting reminder of the impermanence of human endeavors. In the early 1900s, diamonds were discovered in this desolate region, sparking a diamond rush that transformed Kolmanskop into a boomtown. The allure of wealth drew people from far and wide, eager to stake their claim in this newfound El Dorado. German miners flocked to the area, building a thriving town with all the amenities of a European city. A hospital, a ballroom, even an ice factory. The architecture reflected their heritage, with grand buildings and well-planned streets, creating an oasis of civilization in the harsh desert. But Kolmanskop's prosperity was short-lived. The initial diamond deposits were rich, but they were also finite. As quickly as the diamonds were discovered, they began to dwindle. The once bustling town saw a rapid decline as miners moved on to more promising locations. By the 1950s, the town was abandoned, left to the mercy of the desert winds. The buildings, once filled with life and activity, now stood empty, their windows staring blankly into the vast expanse of sand. Today, sand dunes reclaim the once grand buildings, filling their interiors and swallowing them whole. The desert is relentless, slowly but surely erasing the traces of human presence. Walking through the deserted streets, one can almost hear the echoes of laughter and music, the ghostly remnants of a bygone era. The silence is profound, broken only by the whisper of the wind and the occasional creak of a shifting structure. Scattered throughout the town are remnants of daily life: a broken chair, a rusted bed frame, a child's toy half buried in the sand. These artifacts tell the story of the people who once called Kolmanskop home, their hopes and dreams now lost to the sands of time. Nature is slowly reclaiming the town. Plants have begun to take root in the cracks of the buildings, and wildlife occasionally wanders through the deserted streets. It's a stark reminder of the resilience of nature and the transient nature of human achievements. From a distance, Kolmanskop appears as a surreal landscape, a blend of human ambition and natural reclamation. The panoramic view reveals a town frozen in time, a testament to the impermanence of human endeavors in the face of nature's enduring power. As the sun sets over Kolmanskop, the shadows lengthen and the town takes on an even more ghostly appearance. The twilight casts a golden hue over the sand and the buildings, creating a hauntingly beautiful scene that captures the essence of this abandoned place. Section 4. Nature's Reclaim Houtouwan. From the desert we travel to an island swallowed by greenery. Off the coast of China, in the East China Sea, lies Shicheng Island, home to the abandoned fishing village of Houtouwan. Once a thriving community of over 2,000 fishermen, Houtouwan was abandoned in the early 1990s as its residents sought better opportunities on the mainland. Today, nature has reclaimed the village, transforming it into a surreal green wonderland. Vines creep up the walls of abandoned houses, their tendrils reaching towards the sky. Trees sprout from rooftops, their roots burrowing deep into the structures below. The air is filled with the sound of birdsong, and the only inhabitants are the goats that roam freely amongst the ruins. Section 5. Mysteries of the Deep, the submerged city of Shicheng. Our exploration takes us beneath the surface to a city lost beneath the waters of Qiandao Lake in China. This lake, also known as the Thousand Island Lake, is a man-made reservoir that hides a fascinating secret beneath its tranquil surface. Known as the Lion City, Shicheng was a prosperous trading center for over 1,300 years. It was a bustling hub of commerce and culture, with its streets filled with merchants, artisans, and traders from far and wide. Then, in the 1950s, during the construction of the Shinan River hydropower station, the valley in which Shicheng lay was flooded, submerging the city beneath the newly created Qiandao Lake. This monumental project aimed to generate much-needed electricity for the region, but it came at the cost of an entire city's submersion. Today, Shicheng lies frozen in time, its streets and buildings remarkably well preserved thanks to the lake's cold, fresh water. The low temperatures and lack of sunlight have helped to protect the city's structures from decay, creating an underwater time capsule. Fish dart amongst the intricate carvings that adorn the buildings, and the silence of the underwater world is broken only by the sound of divers' bubbles. These carvings, depicting mythical creatures and ancient symbols, tell stories of a bygone era and offer a glimpse into the rich cultural heritage of Shicheng. Shicheng stands as a testament to the power of nature and a reminder of the impermanence of human creations. Over time, nature has begun to reclaim the city, with aquatic plants and animals making their home among the ruins. This underwater city serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world. Efforts are now underway to document and preserve this submerged wonder. Divers and archaeologists are meticulously mapping the city, capturing its beauty and historical significance for future generations. Through their work, we can continue to learn from and appreciate the legacy of Shicheng, even as it remains hidden beneath the waters of Qiandao Lake. Advances in underwater exploration technology are opening up new possibilities for studying submerged sites like Shicheng. With improved diving equipment and underwater drones, researchers can explore these hidden worlds more thoroughly and safely than ever before. The future of underwater archaeology holds great promise as we continue to uncover the secrets of our past that lie beneath the waves. The submerged city of Shicheng is more than just an archaeological site. It is a symbol of human history, resilience, and the ever-changing relationship between humanity and nature. As we reflect on the story of Shicheng, we are reminded of the enduring impact of our actions and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage for future generations to discover and cherish. Section 6, Lost in Time, the Abandoned Wonderland. Our journey continues to Nara Dreamland, an abandoned amusement park in Japan. Opened in 1961, Nara Dreamland was inspired by Disneyland and quickly became a popular destination for families. However, as competition from newer theme parks grew, Nara Dreamland's popularity waned. In 2006, the park closed its gates for the last time, leaving behind a haunting reminder of happier times. The roller coasters stand frozen mid-air, their tracks rusting in the elements. The colourful facades of the buildings are fading, and the once joyous music is replaced by an eerie silence.